Gregor? Are you in there? I know the truth about the body, Gregor. That is not Fran.
Shut up! Come over here, let's talk. So what were you saying back there?
Is everything all right? The color has vanished from your cheeks.
You mentioned Fran.
Gregor, I'm the only person in this town that can help you get away with this. I want answers, and I need them now. Otherwise, you'll be facing a denouncement for sacrilege. And you know what that means.
Yes, of course. Everything you need.
You won't tell me to shut up anymore?
I'm sinful like all human beings, and I ask for absolution.
Ask for forgiveness elsewhere. I'm only here for answers. Where can I find that Latin inscription? Latin nonsense, as you call it.
It's engraved on the Griswold's family mausoleum.
Which one is theirs?
It's not here. You'll have to find it yourself.
Where?
Bezimeni is the name. It's the old medieval graveyard in the forest at the Church of Mary.
The place where they found the mayor's body. What about the eye drawing from the note? Is it from the Griswolds as well?
Their mausoleum holds just the inscription, but let me see the note again. No, I don't know. It could be the all-seeing eye of God. I'm sorry.
What does Bezimeni mean?
Those who have sinned severely, have become heretics, or acted in any way against God were buried at Bezimeni. The local church wanted them to be forgotten, and so they decided to inscribe their deeds instead of their names. Bezimeni means without a name. History remembers sins, not names.
Nameless graves. What do you know about the Griswolds?
Konrad was a single father who was convicted of murder and cannibalism of dozens of children over a span of several years. He had a daughter, Bella, with whom he allegedly had sexual intercourse. They were both flayed alive, tortured, and ultimately beheaded. Coming from a wealthy family, their relatives managed to get the approval of the church for special treatment, and so they got a mausoleum.
You are absolutely sure the inscription is from the Griswolds' place?
I saw it only there.
You said you never leave home.
I haven't for quite some time, but there was a time when I did.
I don't recall seeing a mausoleum at that graveyard.
Like I said, it was a long time ago, but I'm positive it was a mausoleum.
I don't know, Gregor. There's something you're not telling me.
Benedek? Benedek? What's happening? The subordinate symbol is looking right at me. It's the man from my nightmare. A human-sized crow. A human-sized crow with no eyes. A human-sized crow with a blood-stained beak. A human-sized crow has feathers, not hair. Beautiful feathers. What is she doing here, on the wall? think there's a corpse hidden inside that carpet. I can feel its odor. The subordinates. Am I still dreaming? Benedek is not here. This face is strange. Different from the rest here. It looks like it's craving for something. Water? Blood? I don't like this woman's face. It makes me want to do things to it. Stairs inside the fireplace? I'm going to descend. Maybe Benedek did the same. What a strange cellar. Is that a glowing well? I know. Benedek always chooses to go towards the light. You down there? He's making me angry. I don't like that. The house is decomposing. Thousands of souls mashed into a soft, pulpy mass. It's so soothing.
How do you know the inscription? You said it yourself. You saw the mausoleum with your own eyes. The inscription is too specific. I knew immediately you must have seen it.
God forgive me. I've panicked after seeing it because I recognized the epitaph. I thought you were here because you found Fran's body.
What? Fran's body is in that same tomb?
Inside Griswold's mausoleum, yes.
This can't be true. But I wouldn't say he's lying. He isn't. Fran's son was ritually murdered and hung in the same graveyard where his father's body lays. Is that right?
Where did you get that note?
It doesn't concern you.
Well, one thing is sure. That family is cursed.
Why hide it there?
I didn't hide it. I traded the body for medicine. For years I've been suffering agonizing bone pain.
Traded with whom?
The Lung brothers. They moved into the mausoleum and made it their own place. Something like that. It's where they keep all their stuff.
How can I find these brothers?
I don't know. They would always come to visit me. I haven't seen them in a while.
It's like my sister had something against... She murders Ranko and tries to find his father's body. Why? For dark and vile purposes. Witchcraft. Devil worship. Why cursed?
Sorry?
You said the Merzels are a cursed family. Why? Because of Nerman?
Why else? That is not a man. It must be a mortal offspring of the moon demon. First, he kills his own father in their house, and then he kills and degrades his own brother by hanging him from the belfry. Without mentioning all the other victims we don't know of, and an unknown number of stolen corpses. Who's next? What does he want? Nobody knows where he is. Nobody dares to know where Nermin is.
The house is decomposing, and there's nothing we can do to save it. Lots of branches, some twigs, traces of mud, and ripped up pieces of a yellow cloth. A very strange yellow cloth. Thousands of dissolving, decomposing bodies. I have nothing precious to place on it. Flesh always finds its way out. The house is Are you all right?
He's here.
Who's here?
Are you one of them?
Who?
Are you here to sacrifice me to the moon god?
Calm down. Nobody's going to hurt you. What is this place?
A catacomb. A subordinate catacomb under my beautiful home.
It looks ancient.
I wonder how many souls have been enslaved here. We must get out of here, quickly and quietly, and seal the well. Yes, seal the well hole. Destroy everything.
How did you end up here?
Too loud, too loud. Quiet. You'll get his attention. I found the passage in the fireplace by pure luck.
Have you seen my brother in here?
He is your brother? Am I your cousin then?
What? I asked if you saw my brother. Benedek?
I think I did. I'm not sure. Did you crawl out of one of these holes?
The ones on the ground?
In the wall. There must be dozens, if not hundreds, of holes in the wall deeper down in the darkness. I saw people in them. Cadavers. No one alive. Except you! Except you! You are him! You are here to sacrifice me!
Don't be afraid. I'm not.
Shh. That's him. I could see a dark figure.
What? I see no one.
He's coming! He's here! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Ah, yes. I think I know who the next victim is. The last one of his kin still breathing. Who else? Lucia.
Lucia is a Merzel?
Of course.
The woman I talked to in the house? Where does she live?
Ranko gave her permission to stay in his house. Nobody wanted to live there after what happened to Fran. I suppose she thought it better than living in the sewers, but then again, she's not the smartest of people.
Where's the house where Nermin killed his father?
It's the same house he used to live in, at the edge of the forest on Gagulta Hill. I still wonder, did the forest curse the house, which then cursed the family that gave life to such an evil thing like Nermin? Or was it the other way around?
I've spent the night there. We had terrible nightmares. We can't remember what happened last night. Oh my god. Victoria threw us into a dungeon of horrors. I was right. I have to get Nikolay out of there. I need him.
Hey, where are you going? Will you denounce me?
Your fate is in God's hands now, not mine. I thought the damn thing was going to attack me again. I may be too late. The doorknob is all bloody. It's empty. Except for the massive drops of blood. It's empty. Except... This woman eerily reminds me of Victoria in her younger days, back when I could rely on her, instead of having to fear her. The blasphemous basin is destroyed. Drops of blood leading towards the stairs. More blood here. Why touch this particular sculpture on this particular part of the face? So if I do the same... Aha! A secret passage inside the fireplace that leads somewhere underground. This house is full of horrific surprises.
Benedek?
Nikolay? For God's sake, what are you doing down there?
Come, quickly. We don't have much time. I know where Victoria is.
What?
We must go to Udav Mountain at once. Nairman has taken her there.
How do you know this?
I thought you were him. I thought he came back.
Who?
He got scared by hissing voices and ran off, closing the passage behind him.
How did you end up in this place?
I was looking for you.
Below the house? How did you find the passage?
I heard your voice. The hatch was already open for me.
Are you all right? You need more rest.
Not here, and not now. We must go to the mountain.
That voice you heard, was it Nerman's?
No, it was you. Or was it that poor woman, the owner of the house?
Lucia? Where is she now?
I can't go into that catacomb anymore. I can't. You go and find her. See what happened. Nairman is not here anymore. The hissing voice has disappeared. You're safe. But do it quickly. Do not wait. We have to go to Udav.
All right, I'm going. You stay here and try to calm down.
He was looking for a mask. It is yellow. After he left, I found it under Lucia's body. He left it because he got scared.
I fear it's already too late. For all of us. I've never felt anything like this. It's like my soul is bleeding here. A place of pure evil. Every detail in this subterranean place glorifies agony and death. Even something common and plain like branches and cloth strike fear into the hearts of the viewer. Something was removed from the top not long ago. I can still see its trace on the dusty surface. Like Mostov said, the yellow masks are nothing but the skinned faces of people cruelly tortured and sacrificed by the Saborans. There must be dozens of them on these two pillars. I refuse to think what this is used for. God, a mutilated corpse lies within. There's a fixed look of terror on her face. But the eyes... The eyes are telling me she welcomed death. It's like she found relief and peace in that very last second. It's a bloodbath. The poor lady was mutilated, mangled, and then decapitated. It would take enormous strength and madness to do something like this. Horrible. I hope she found peace. Like Mostov's, there must be... Where is he? Nikolay! Where did you go? I should check upstairs. You were supposed to wait downstairs. Instead, you just...
What's left of that poor woman?
It's horrible. She was a Merzel. Did you know that?
I suspected so. The same fate awaits Victoria if we don't act fast. We must go to the mountain.
Wait a minute. He seems strangely better now that he's back on the ground level. Why the mountain? How did you come to that conclusion?
Nerman. That monster. He came out of nowhere, attacked Lucia, and you saw the outcome.
Where were you at the time?
I managed to hide inside a hole in the floor. Maybe he didn't notice me. But the more I think about it, the more... I was talking to Lucia, and then... No, it's impossible. He must have seen me, Benedek. No way he didn't.
You think he let you live? That doesn't make sense for a monster like him.
Before mangling that poor woman, he mentioned Victoria, and the tortures on the mountain, and I think the same book Hatur was looking for. What was the name?
Sekvra. He doesn't know that we don't have that book. You could have had it and he didn't bother to search you. Instead, he lets you live? Nikolay, he's luring us both there. Otherwise, you would already be dead.
Why would he want us?
I don't know. I found something that could help us.
What?
A page from Victoria's scratchpad. Mostov gave it to me.
You still trust that man? After what he did?
I don't trust him, but it's her handwriting. The text corresponds to an epitaph from the graveyard at the Church of Mary.
Place where the mayor's body was found?
Exactly, but there's more. I also learned that Fran Merzel's body, the father of the mayor, is in that mausoleum.
What? Why would she have notes about that?
I have many theories, but no conclusions yet. You don't want to hear what I think about her motives, though.
No, I definitely don't.
We should follow the clue from Victoria's scratchpad.
Sure. And while we follow clues and walk around the town, Nerman will disfigure my...
This mausoleum is the best clue we have. Where would you go looking on that mountain anyway? It's massive, dangerous, and forbidden. We would never find someone to tell us where to look, let alone do it by ourselves.
We must find that monster and kill it. Before he kills my dear wife and baby. Before he kills us all.
Maybe she's somewhere near the old church, hiding in the forest. Why not? They found her coat nearby. What if she's held captive in that same mausoleum? And if she's not, we might find new clues to lead us to the truth. Whatever the case, the mausoleum is a better path to follow than going into the unknown of the mountain.
Well, perhaps you're right. I almost had us killed with my idea of the lodge. Now it's your turn.
We should leave this ghastly house behind us forever. Nerman lived and killed his father here.
It doesn't surprise me. After his visit, it even makes perfect sense. Don't you think we're forgetting something before leaving for good?
I'm not sure what you mean.
With Lucia dead, someone might come looking for her. And if they descend below...
Oh my god, you're right. After being suspects in the mayor's murder, this could seal our fate. I'll close the hatch. and pray nobody finds out about this.
It's done. Lead the way. Time is not on our side.
A long walk awaits us. I just hope the police aren't there anymore.
No police officers?
Looks like they left. I don't see any mausoleums. Just graves entrapped within heavy iron cages. It's a reminder of what happens when faith is abandoned. This place is not God's house anymore. It's just a shell. If I have to wander around this forest, I choose trails. Going this way would take me God knows where, if anywhere at all.
I see no mausoleums here.
I pray for Gregor, I really do. There will be consequences if he lied. Let's go take a closer look at the graveyard.